bounces. They got 3 goals off bounces, but the winning goal in particular, how do you process that? How do you rebound from that? Do you see anything to Sam and to Colin?
Yeah. You know, one of those, listen, teams are so evenly matched. You know, if you're going to go into a game and you're going two goals are going to go in off your own players, it's going to be tough to win that night. And I think I give our guys credit, despite the fact that we had those bounces against us and, you know, some of the refereeing decisions, we still battled, you know, right to the end. And, you know, I'm proud of the group for that. And now we've got a great opportunity, home for Game 7. You know, we've been in this situation before. No one gave us a chance to win this series, and, you know, here we are, and with one game at home to advance. So that's a great situation to be in.
Despite the score, Mikko Rantanen obviously had an
Great.
incredible game. What can you say about his
He was
performance?
awesome. He was great. You know, started earlier in the series, but I think he's, you know, every game he's more comfortable. You know, I thought that line was fantastic tonight. They've got to do that again in Game 7.
Hintz too. Each of them had 4 points. I mean, is it tough? What do you say to them on a night where they do that and you don't come up with the result?
Well, you know, we don't say anything to them on a night where they don't do that, and somebody else does. You know, that's part of being on a team. Every line's got to kind of take their turn, you know, carrying you at different points if you're going to be a good team. That was tonight. That they were the line tonight. Yeah.
I know it's probably going to take a second to get over this one or prepare for the next one, but your record in Game 7s, even this team in Game 7s, with you coaching them, like, is it easier to wake up for these knowing that you've done this before?
No, everyone's different. Everyone's different. So, you know, my record, and, you know, honestly, you know, Jared Bednar and I are not going to have a big impact on this game. The players are going to decide that. Both teams know each other. It's, you know, who goes out and executes and gets big games from the right guys.
Pete, 2 questions. First, to piggyback off of that, you've never lost one of these Game 7s. Do you like Game 7s?
I'd rather win in 6. Yeah, I'd rather win. I like Game 7s at home. I can tell you that. I think you know, that's an advantage for us, being at home and going home.
Secondly, you say, you know, no one gave this team a chance to win this series.
Yeah.
We know, you know, obviously what you had to come back from, how you guys came into this postseason, and how you've rebounded already. What is the resilience this team has that gives you a chance to rebound one more time? Yeah,
like I said, I'm really proud of our group. You know, they've had a lot of different obstacles over the course of the playoffs and the regular season where, you know, they could have laid down, and we haven't. You know, they've continued to battle. I mean, that game's 2-0 tonight. Would have been easy just to mail it in and get ready for Game 7, and they refused to do that. That's why I'm so disappointed by the bounces and some of the calls. Like, you know, shouldn't happen this time of year.
Do you want to play that style in Game 7? Do you want to play as wide
Well, of
open
course
as that
not,
game?
but we're down 2-0 5 minutes in. You know, you don't have a choice but to open it up.
Liam Bish will go down. Scary. Was that a concussion protocol, or
Came
what was
back.
that?
He came back. He's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Which calls is it exactly that you
I'm not getting into that. Watch the game tape.
It's a crazy game. How do you guys process that, especially with the bounce on that the number 5 goal?
Yeah, obviously they got a couple lucky bounces today, but just gotta have a short memory now and take all the good things and then work on what we didn't do well and then take the Game 7 at home.
What did you see out of Mikko when he got fire there in that period and his goal too?
Yeah, of course, everyone knows how good player he is and he can make plays and score goals. So yeah, just I don't know, just a little beast mode there.
Does the chemistry feel like? I mean, it's obviously been there anyway, but to get 4 points in a period for both of you, it's incredible.
Yeah, that was a good period, but obviously we didn't get the win, so that's what matters in the end. So yeah, like I said, now just get refocused to the seventh game. So.
What's the key with Game 7s? I mean, you guys have had some success the last couple of years. What's the key?
I think we just gotta play it simple, and everyone knows that it's one game, so just gotta give it everything what you got, and just keep working harder than the other team.
Every bounce, both sides are getting crazy bounces.
Yeah, I think they've got better bounces than us. Two great teams. Obviously, they're great here at home, and especially, and it comes down to one game.
How much does the experience of Game 7s, you, Pete, the whole team, seems like you've done this before?
Yeah, I think we should just pull from the past, and I know for me personally, like, I'm just gonna try to have fun and have no regrets, and play as well as I can and see what happens. So that's all you can do, and try to soak the moment in and have fun. I mean, it's all. Your whole season comes down to one game. It's pretty exciting.
When you play that well, the winning goal goes in like that. Like, just how do you process that? How do you rebound?
Yeah, you just laugh. I think just can't make it up. So obviously, Blackie's not trying to knock it in our net. So it's just it's. I'm sure crazier goals will go in in me on me over my career. So just laugh it off, and still had chances to tie it up. So just. Is what it is.
What is that moment like for you, just kind of as the puck is bouncing around? I mean, you almost swiped and stopped it.
Yeah, I don't know how to, like, you're just like, are you serious? Like, I can't believe that. So just take the good things that I did tonight, and I think if I play my game, play well on Saturday, we'll be happy with the result.
What have you seen from Mikko just in the time he's been here, and then tonight just seemed like a really big night for him?
Yeah, I mean, we knew what we were getting. We played him a ton, so just one of the best players in the world, and the fact that he's in green and white now is great, and expect nothing less from him. So he's a hell of a player, and just happy he's wearing our logo now.
You've been through a couple of Game 7s with Pete. He's never lost one of these. What do you take away from just his approach, with you guys entering this type of situation?
I think just the players, like, we've all been there before. We've won our last 2 Game 7s. We all know what we need to do to beat these guys, and we know, what we do when they, can run it up on us. So, we got to play the right way if we want to have a chance to win.
Personally, not surprised it's going to Game 7. It's 2 really good teams, and it's good for the hockey world to see this series, and we're going to be reset now and get ready for Saturday.
Nico, what do you think when you score? You hear the boos from your former home crowd there.
I didn't really hear them. I'll try to lock in and just focus on next shift.
You and Rupe are the first teammates ever to have a 4-point period in the playoffs. Just could you take me through that period and what went well?
Yeah, we were executing off the rush. A couple of good plays by everybody on the line, and finishing when we get a scoring chance. And those periods obviously happen pretty rarely, but try to do it as often as we can. But yeah, I think it was execution, and everybody wanted the puck, and we were just passing it around pretty well.
Because we know it's been a process to fit into this offense, this scheme. Did that period feel at all like a turning point for you?
Well, yeah, I think we were just finishing chances. We got every chance we got. Obviously Granny's breakaway, and Roop had basically a half breakaway scored, and I had a Bayer breakaway. Those rarely happen when you get those many looks. So it was good that we were able to finish that. Finish those chances. That's what we got to do on Saturday again.
What do you think the difference will be Saturday? Like, what's going to be the key?
Yeah, I think it's more desperate team is going to win. I think it's going to be tough, though. I think both teams are going to be desperate because Game 7, everybody knows what that means. So it's going to be probably a 1-goal game, like today was again until the empty netter. So it's a tight series, and I'm expecting the same thing on Saturday.
What's the reaction when that's the way that the game-winning goal is scored?
Yeah, a couple of bad bounces today, I would say. Their first goal, even the second one, maybe fans on the shot and goes back door for the guy. But sometimes you can earn the bounces, and bounces went their way today, and we gotta try to earn some bounces on Saturday to come to our way.
What are you learning about playing playoff hockey with Jake Ottinger behind you?
Yeah, he's very solid. Obviously, really good goalie, one of the best in the league, and not any situation won't face him. You know, he's so calm out there and gives us a lot of confidence defending in front of him. And I think we can do a little better job than we did today. You know, 5 goals against, so we gave up a couple, 2 good of a chances for them.